What is up, guys? It's CJ here, and welcome back to another Globex session review here on NASDAQ. Today, we are looking at MNQ. We have come into a fair value gap on the chart, and we are entering the Globex session. Or just the Globex open of day. Let's turn on our view up. So this was that Globex open for the day, the new day opening. And so we know we can be getting that Globex IB initial bounce forming. If you've been following this channel, it should be familiar to you. So starting off, coming in, if we're looking to trade Globex today and Asia, we're going to cover Asia. So this will be a Globex plus Asia session review, just the start of Asia though. So starting in, we had this IFEG. If you did want to get active with it, I don't know, wasn't my favorite. Probably just cover the fair value gap. I don't even know, maybe like 1R. Just quickly to start. I think it does hit though. Yeah, so you could have got your 1R off the open, but either way, that fair value gap play did happen. And then we go into a range like so. So a bit of an accumulation range here, where you're getting those 3 taps and you're getting that accumulation. It's pretty ugly though. Return to zone is definitely there. Looks like the test is proving successful right here. And nothing I was looking to trade though. But that ends up hitting target. All right, perfect. So this is that Globex IB high, and this is the low. So the low formed second, so we can put that on. Here's that Globex IB. And I believe you could check the stats on Edgeful. I believe that they were favoring, as they are most times. Not every single time, but most times. So coming into that IFEG, you did retest it a little bit right there, but it's still an area of interest. Given that it's there, we can be looking for redistributions. We also did get that slight break of structure back to bearish. So if we can continue to play price, was there a fair value gap there? Not really, but we are breaking 1 minute market structure right there. It is this point right here, but I'm going to put it right here just because it'll be easier to see. So you did get that break of structure back to bearish. We did come up leaving a return to zone. So that's super nice. Now this is a weak low. So if we were building our model, this was a selling climax for the time. Put in a spring, and then this can be the AR of our bigger range. In that case, this is a buying climax. And since we got that breaker structure, we can be considering that this is a UTB, an upthrust in phase B. How's our phase B looking? It's looking really nice with a clean return to zone. We left some supply right here. Perfect. And then looks like we like slightly front ran it. Obviously, this whole area was supply though. Like that. And then you did get a LPSY right there, as that did break structure. Just check. Yeah, probably 15-second break. Let's see, any 30-second IFEGs? Not really. All you got was a 15-second BOS right there. Damn, it's not even. But in either case, you did break down following this, the order flow from this break of structure right here. Wow. Okay. Trading view, chill. So we did get a really nice return to zone right here. That's looking clean. I know the range disappeared. It's just we're on the lower time frame. It's still there. So here's our range. That created even more supply that I don't believe we retested. No. So that's nice right there. Everything is looking good. And then, yeah, you break structure here and you're just continuing from this break of structure. So what else did you leave? Did you leave any bigger supply areas? Not really. Checking every time frame, but no. Not really as of yet. You came down close to that IB low, but then you came back up. Coming into this range supply that was created. Getting that Bojan high. 1 minute fair value gap creation. So we can be looking to trade an LPSY2 because there really wasn't an entry on this LPSY. You could have just gotten in on this break of structure, but I don't know. It just did get really good front running that Globex IB. And now we can be watching this fair value gap. It's not an IFVG right now. So next candle, we're not able to invert it. And right there, you are able to invert it. So that's pretty clean. Next candle, breaking down there. You could have shorted based off this. You can also limit candle body, Globex IB. It's a little bit, if that stop's a little tight for you, you know, give it a little bit more room. Give it a little bit more room. Algo wicks you in for your trade. And you get another retest, and then Globex IB is smashed with that LPSY2 doing its job on Asia. So let Asia get in on the action. So Asia actually pushed price down, retested, and then completed that IB. So this in the SWT system is an SWT RD redistribution. Playing around with the logo, it will be. Right now, I'm kind of liking this one. I like this emoji in general, but little SWT RD right here for Globex Open. Was there any extended targets? Well, potentially this liquidity point right here. If you did want an extended target. Some liquidity resting there. That would have also been smashed. And I went candle body too. That again, we'll try as many candle bodies as we can in this series. Really like the hit rate with them. It's either going to work or it's not. Liking that candle body there. I kind of went 50% of the wick. This is something I'll also do, but super nice trade that played out here on Globex. Really clean trade. We're going to give a bonus trade for this, and just to show the abundant nature of NQ, we're going to keep playing price. Stop it there. So on this move down, we created this structure supply right here that gets hit right there. You can see that we formed a range right here. Taking that high, extending that range up to deviation high. Quickly build the model, buying climax. We don't know what's going to happen there at the time. Quick AR. You did have a PSY. BC, these never broke structure, so you don't have that going for it. Now we're just going to watch what happens here in supply. Hit that 30-second BOS, confirming a UTED. 30-second looks very relative for the range here. Probably had a little mini distribution here on the 1 second show to the 1 second scalpers. That then created structure supply. So valid entry right there. Do like when the range just stays on. On the lower time frames, the Wish Trading View would change that. So you are having confirmation of an SW1D right here. Return to zone in phase B is clean. Right into that point. Let's check volume quickly. I think we could have some volume in the lower section. Yeah, quite a bit of volume in the lower section, but you are breaking down back inside value. Let's watch any retests for any LPSYs. So that's pretty clean right there. Okay, retest coming up for value gaps. Let's watch. Might take something cheeky. Can't really. So valid entry right here. Genuinely, if you just want to market order that and run that down, probably for this low. I think that's a valid entry right there, just given this breaker structure. But maybe we want to say that this was an SFP, so it's not a valid entry. I think that's pretty safe for me to do that. I like the POI. I like that we know the momentum, so we're kind of trading with momentum. But let's just like see what would happen here if we are using this 1 minute fair value gap as a reconfirmation. So we're in supply here. We can just chill in the 1 minutes. Okay, well, there's your entry. You don't know if it's going to retest or not, so we're going to take that candle body, run that down. 3.45 RR, so a lot better to get the reconfirmation sometimes. So if you did want that reconfirmation, there you did get it. You did get it. You didn't get the retest. That's funny. I almost intuitively knew that because I hadn't really studied this. Obviously, I knew that something had gone down. But the actual reality, if we had retested that, I was not too sure. So trying to get better with just clicking. It can kind of feel safer maybe sometimes to... We say that's a test. I like it as an LPSY. Could be a test though. The labeling doesn't matter. Let's give it a test. It's close enough. So that's just a super clean model. Do we hit full TP here? Oh, you do. Oh man, this is just a dream. This is just a dream. Super clean price action out of NQ right here. The 45-second look, you know, super clean. So we finished the video off with then an SW1. We can say it's a RD, but given the range structure, I just say it's a D. And on TradeZella, that will be Lasso. So two models here for this Globex and Asia session. Truly a treat of a session. I'll go back and recap. So we had this model right here. I guess maybe we'll go on the ones. We'll just show everything on the 1 minutes. So we had this SW2 redistribution that then pushed price down, had that Globex IB, perfect. And then during the rest of Asia, you had this SW1, this Wyckoff Model 1 distribution pro trend. We took the reconfirmation on the test, which was a 1 minute inverse fair value gap entry. But you also could have taken the breaker structure confirming a UTAD, which was 30 seconds. So lots of different ways you could have got in this trade. Lots of RR to be made. Pretty much every session on NQ. So I will leave that here for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Globex plus Asia session review on NQ for June 24th, 2026. I've been CJ, and I will see you in the next one.